Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is well. So we're gonna go ahead and do just a general whatever wants to come out type of reading. If that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's gonna have all the information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you so much for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this, all right? So I don't really feel like doing a power animal and all that. We're just going to pull some cards. We have the crown. And it's interesting because while I was doing my intro, I saw a triangle with an eye in the middle. So I don't know if that's significant for somebody. Maybe some of you guys could be researching something, researching history, reading up about something, learning something new. Maybe you're learning about symbolism. Okay, mystical symbols or something like that. There could be something there with that. I don't know. That's just what I got. But we do have the crown that came out, Gemini. And I did get the energy of like a rising in status. Okay, I feel like you're about to be on the rise here, or you're about to be crowned in some certain area of your life. I'm also hearing exalted. So I do feel like there's a spiritual growth or some kind of spiritual release that has happened here. Some of you guys could have been going through it. You could have really been on a healing journey. And it's like at the end of this healing journey is your crown, okay? I'm also seeing King Arthur or something like that, with the sword, being able to take the sword out of the stone. So Gemini, you could be chosen, right? Like you could have been chosen. Lots of people have come before you, maybe in your family, maybe in your community, maybe at your job, I don't know, something like that. Many people have come before you and they've tried to take that sword out of that stone, but they haven't been able to. And it's like, you were the one. You were the one that was able to do that. I'm also getting from that, the sword being the sword of truth and the stone being like lies and illusions and, keeping the truth hidden. Basically the truth has been hidden. It's been stuck in this stone. So I'm almost getting the energy of like you're a truth teller, Gemini, okay, or you're a truth seeker. You tell the truth, okay, you fight for the truth. Maybe you're I don't know, a part of the Justice League or something. Like you fight for the truth and, good energy, good vibes. You fight for the little guy. I'm getting that kind of energy, okay? If you are a leader here with this crown energy, you're a really good leader, Gemini. Like you don't just think about the people who are doing well. You think about everybody. You offer a helping hand. You're not the type that sits there and oversees people and tells people, well, this is how you should do this. And, this is how you should do that. Like you're down there in the trenches with people, going through it, working on something, completing projects. They're giving me the energy of like somebody who's maybe like a kitchen manager or something, and instead of just sitting there, behind the bar or whatever and being like, oh yeah, this should be done by this time and that's done by that, you're like on the line actually in an apron, like helping, plate up appetizers and run tickets and stuff like that. Like if you're a leader, you're definitely very hands-on. Okay, you're definitely a very helpful person. And I'm getting goosebumps for some reason, so maybe there's something there with that. Maybe you're meant to be a leader, Gemini. Maybe you're meant to be somebody who is very successful, and maybe you had to go through a lot. They're giving me like almost like the hero's journey in a sense. Like you had to go through your own trials and tribulations to see the power within yourself, okay? All right, let's get some messages here for Gemini, okay? Just general messages for Gemini gang. What do we have here? What is this? We have the basket. It says recognition, reward for merit, good karma, something pays off, and pay it forward, Gemini. Yeah. So I feel like you've earned some kind of good karma in a situation for sure, and this could lead to an up level in your material wealth, all right? Something that you've done or you're doing is going to pay off, okay? And there is an energy here of paying it forward, but there's something here with paying it forward to people who are truly deserving of it, okay? Being a giver, Gemini, or being somebody who's very giving, very loving, it's all fun and games until you do that to somebody who doesn't appreciate it, doesn't recognize it, doesn't see it for what it is. So there's an energy here of really making sure that you're giving into people, places, things that are worthy, okay? But yeah, I do see an increase in your material abundance here. I see that you will have a mighty harvest, okay? And there could be something here about Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. I mean, we're in November. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, guys. So you might hear me talk about it a lot. I just love a nice meal, okay? I like cooking it. I like eating it. I just love a nice meal. But if you do celebrate Thanksgiving, or there is some kind of big celebration or something that's going on in your life, Gemini, it's like it's going to be really nice. There's going to be a lot of food on the table. People are going to be really happy. There's going to be like, I'm hearing like glasses clinking and laughter and children running by. I'm seeing bubbles for some reason. So I don't know. There could be like, you know, you could have a lot of family over or something like that. You're just feeling really thankful for your life, and you're feeling thankful for the bounty that you've been given. You feel like you're being taken care of by spirit. And I feel like, again, it's because you went through something, and I'm almost hearing like I've earned a place at the table, because I don't know if it's like this for everybody, but in my family, we had a kids table and then we had an adult table, you know? And I remember like being at the kids table till I was like dang near 16, like just really wanting to be at the adult table. Why? I don't know. Because when I finally got to the adult table, I was like looking over at the kids table like, you know what? Life was definitely better on the other side. You know, I don't want to hear about bills and what's going on with Auntie whoever in freaking Kansas or whatever. Like, you know, it's like giving that kind of energy here. So maybe some of you guys, you had a seat at a table and then you decided, I'd rather build my own table or something like that, okay? But I do feel like you've earned a seat somewhere, or you've earned something, Gemini. Okay, you've definitely earned something. Something is working out for you. We have the wreath, okay? It says sorrow over a loss, a personal loss, a funeral, regret, and pain. So I'm getting the energy here of like you win some, lose some. Like with a loss also comes a win, Gemini, okay? And some of you guys could be healing from a lot of loss in your life. And I feel like it's making you stronger. And I know that's such a cliche thing to say, and you know, trust me, I definitely get it. Like, we don't always want to hear, okay, great, I went through a lot of loss, it's making me stronger, whoop-de-ta, right? But there is something here where maybe you are starting to notice that you are a warrior, right? It's like we choose in this life what we want to be. You know, what identity we want to attach to ourselves and to our situations. We can choose to be a victim, and we can choose to stay stuck in our pain and in our darkness. Or we can choose to transmute that energy and turn into a warrior. And I feel like that's something that you've been doing, okay? Now, for some of you guys, this is obviously not for everybody, but for some of you, if there is a loss in the family, my condolences. There could be something here where, you know, maybe you're helping prepare a meal afterwards, or you're helping somebody put everything together, maybe an estate sale or something like that. There could be something like that going on. Take it as it resonates, okay? The wreath energy, even though it does say sorrow over a loss, it's also giving the energy of a blessing coming in. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like there could be a blessing that's coming from a loss, Gemini. So just remember that rejection is protection. That's going to be way too many, guys, okay? Way too many. Let's get one, if possible. We have the hat. You will be stepping into a different role, okay? It says role playing in bed, and then it says North Node vibes. Yeah, so you are going towards your destiny, and your destiny is facing forward. It's not facing behind you, Gemini. It's almost like everything that you've accumulated, all these lessons along the way, are really turning you into a brand new person, it almost feels like. And I can't help but notice we have a crown here and we have a hat. So yeah, there could be a new position that you're about to step into. Okay, this could literally be at work, like your uniform could be changing at work, or maybe you're getting out of a uniform and you're starting to be able to wear business cash, or I don't know, something like that, okay? I'm also, for some reason, getting like a chef's hat. So maybe you're getting a chef's hat, maybe you're about to be chef or sous chef or something. Okay, either way though, I do feel like you are stepping into your destiny. You're no longer hiding from it or running from it, or not feeling like you're good enough for it, or that you're equipped for it. Like, there's this energy here of you taking something really seriously, or taking ownership over something. And I feel like it's going to pay off because of that. Okay. Some of you could be like, there could just be a lot of things going on right now. Some of you could feel like, you know, you're suffering through losses in your family or in your personal life, okay? but you're also having a win. So it's like a bittersweet type of energy here. Like life can be bittersweet, Gemini, and sometimes we really do have to take the bad with the good, and we have to focus on the positives, all right? But also at the same time, we're not bypassing things. Like we're not gonna ignore that there is something that's making us sad, or that there has been a loss or something like that, okay? It's just not about like dwelling is basically what I'm getting. We have March energy coming out, luck of the Irish, Pisces, Aries energy, and spring cleaning. I like to put the months and stuff to the side, but that could be significant. March could be significant for somebody, or maybe you're just in this spring cleaning type of energy. Like maybe you have went through an ending recently and you're ready for a new beginning. You're ready for the upswing of the Wheel of Fortune is basically what I'm getting. Y'all, we cannot make it up, okay? We have the crown that came out, chosen one, selected for greatness, divine being. It says honor and respect will come to you, Gemini. So if you've been feeling a little disrespected, or you've been feeling like people don't really notice all of your potential, okay? Because I don't know what it is about that King Arthur story, but wasn't he like scrawny and people didn't really believe that he could do this or something like that? Hold on a second, guys. Give me just a minute. Okay. Sorry guys, just give me a second. You can always move forward if you want to. Yeah, there was somebody who was going against him. There was somebody who was like challenging him. Sir Gawain, okay? So I kind of get the energy here of like an underdog type of energy, Gemini, where it's almost like maybe some people around you didn't doubt that you had a certain power, or that you were going to really make it in something, or you were the chosen one, or you were going to be able to succeed. And yeah, I feel like you're definitely proving people wrong around you, okay? But you're also proving yourself wrong here for sure. Gemini, I feel like you're like stepping into this divine energy. Dragons could be very significant, because this card always makes me feel like that's like a dragon eye that's looking at us. So dragons could be significant, but I also feel like you've gained some kind of wisdom through your experience, right? You could have been told for a long time, like since birth, that you were chosen, that you were destined for greatness. You're going to save the lineage. You're going to be a superstar, right? You're going to be somebody who is recognized. People are going to come and listen to you, right? You could have been told all of these things since birth, maybe from your living relatives, or even from ancestors or spiritual beings that have visited you, Gemini. You could have just been told that you are going to be great, or there's greatness that's coming for you. But there's something here about you actually going through the experience and then seeing that yourself. And I feel like that's what's happened here. Getting that very strongly. Too many, guys. Let's get one more. But something could be on the way with that stork energy. Some of you guys, birds could be very significant, especially big birds, okay? There could be something about that, like big eagles, big storks, okay? Maybe cranes or something could be really significant here, but I'm just getting like big birds. We have the camel that came out. It says you may be breaking patterns of quitting. Okay, persevere and you will overcome problems, and then thirsty. Yeah, so you guys have been in situations here lately where you've really had to show your perseverance, okay? And that could have been some kind of spiritual test, because they're showing me the card from the Moonology deck where it's talking about your commitment is being tested. So maybe Spirit was like, look, I have great things ahead for you. I have so much change, so much growth. You have no idea. You have reached just the first level of your success, or the first level of your journey here. And I have so much more that I want to reveal to you. But first, I need to make sure that you're equipped for this journey, right? It's like almost like if you put somebody out here who's never been in a situation, and then just put them in a situation where they're in a desert, like with a camel, where it's just like it's their survival. You know, the desert, this can be an extreme condition. Like it could be a very harsh, extreme condition. And if you're not able, right, if you're not suited for it, you will fail. And I feel like there's something here where Gemini, Spirit does not want you to fail with whatever is coming up towards you, okay? Whatever's on your next leg of your journey, it's almost like Spirit wants you to succeed. So we have to make sure that you're ready. We have to put you through like the gauntlet. It's almost like training Okay, so you could have been in some kind of training. Maybe literally you've been in some kind of training at your job, and you know, this wreath could also be like a sense of loss for like the things that you have to leave behind, right? Because heavy is the head that wears the crown, and sometimes it's really lonely at the top, you know. That's that hermit energy where you're just studying and you're spending a lot of time in solitude. You're spending a lot of time mastering your gifts and your skills. You're spending a lot of time talking to spirit, listening to the voice of spirit, connecting with higher beings. And it's like, yes, loneliness, it is a thing. It's lonely at the top. And so maybe there's something here where you've experienced that, Gemini, where it's just felt like, you know, like I'm kind of on this solo journey, and I realize that some of you could feel like every time you try to get close to somebody, maybe you trigger their demons, or maybe they trigger yours, or maybe it just doesn't work out or something like that. And you're just like, you know what? I think that I am meant to be on a solo journey. Like I do, you know, and there could be something here where Spirit's been like, yeah, I'm, you know, I'm not saying maybe forever, but right now it's like, it's really important that you're paying attention to your spiritual path, because there's something here where abundance is calling your name for sure. We have the scales. So this is my Libra card. It says, keep your life in balance, taking the time to relax and wrapped up too tight. Yeah, you could have been really wrapped up too tight and like all this other bullshit. You know, what's going on with this person? What's happening at work? What's happening with my family? What do my kids need? What is, you know, and it's like, you had to like almost like schedule yourself in there, schedule a bath, right? Schedule washing my hair or brushing my teeth today, schedule taking time to have a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something. Like self-care is something that has been, I feel like for you, Gemini, has been put on the back burner, and it needs to be at the forefront, because again, you are, I know you've been journeying for a while, and I know you're probably really tired, right? And you could be breaking these patterns of quitting, right? Because some of you guys, when the going gets tough, you get going, like in the other direction. That's not for everybody, and we've all been there, guys, okay? I don't ever want you to think that when I do these readings, I'm pointing a finger at you and saying, oh, you do this, you do that. I'm right there in the boat somewhere, whether I'm in the back with like a veil over my face, just trying to get through it, or whether I'm in the front driving the ship, or I'm on the side rowing. I don't know, but I'm somewhere there with you guys, okay? But there could be something here where it's like, maybe, you know, you've given up a lot in your life. You've given up on a lot of things. You've walked away from a lot of things. You've quit relationships, situations, jobs, because you just don't want the stress, right? So there could be something here about regulating your emotions, managing your stress, Gemini, being able to handle things, because I'm telling you, whatever is coming in the future is big. It's big. Okay? It's like, I don't want to say fame. I mean, maybe for some of you, it could be fame, or it could be something where there's a lot of recognition, a lot of responsibility, you know, and it's like, you can't, yeah, no, I'm not bringing that up, Spirit. That's just inappropriate considering what day it is. Just because, yeah, no, I'm not. Anyway, I feel like it's like if you get placed into a big spot of power, let's just say that, okay? A big position of power, you get placed into it. You can't just be sitting here just, you know, acting a complete fool, disappearing. They're showing me somebody who's like a CEO, or, God, I want to give you what they're giving me, but I feel like it's inappropriate, and I'm not trying to spark any kind of debates or weirdness in my comments, because this is not a political channel, okay? I don't really give a damn about that shit, to be honest with you. But they're showing me somebody who's been like put into a position of a power, let's just say that, and they're like hiding under their desk, you know? And people are like coming in, they're like, sir, ma'am, right? We have a problem. We need you to sign this. We need you to make a decision. We need you to take care of this. We need you to do this. And you're just like, oh no, God, no, not me. It's got to be somebody else, right? And you're hiding under your desk, and you're like, I'm not here. I'm not, you know what I mean? And so there could be something like that, where it's like, you are going to have a lot of responsibility. You are going to have people looking up to you and coming to you for guidance, for reassurance, for answers, for direction. And it's like, you can't sit there and hide under your desk, Gemini, okay? So there's got to be this strength or this perseverance that's built up. It's almost like we have to beat it into you, okay? And I hate to be like that, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the energy of like Spirit, like literally taking you out back and roughing you up a little bit. You know, like, just trust the process, Gemini. Like, that's what I'm kind of getting. I don't know why, but I feel like you've been going through a lot. It's been a rough go. It's been like one thing after another, and Spirit trying to say, yeah, this is a gift. This ass whooping is a gift, Gemini. It's a gift, okay? I'm telling you. Listen, okay? There could be an older woman that's left you something, Gemini, or that will leave you something. This could be in a will, an inheritance, something like that. Maybe she left you a spiritual gift, or maybe you left yourself a gift from a past life. I could get that as well, too. Like, you know, like you did something selfless and it's earned you good karma in this life, because we do see that, good karma. Or maybe you are a gift, Gemini. You are a gift to the world, or you have a gift that's meant to be given to the world, okay? Let's get some tarot, guys. Let's get some tarot, okay? Yeah, we got the Queen of Swords. So you're very intelligent, Gemini. You're very smart, and you could be studying up. You could be learning about things right now, learning about different cultures, different religions, different, I don't know, whatever. It just feels like random things. They're showing me all kinds of things. I'm hearing like mechanics. I'm getting science. I'm getting psychology, okay? So yeah, you could be learning a lot. So with the basket, we have the 8 of Wands here. So yes, things are about to pick up, and things are about to start moving in a very orderly fashion, like in one singular direction. Because what I'm kind of getting here is like a scattering type of energy, okay? So maybe things were kind of like all over the place, you know, up, down, here, there, everywhere, and not really moving in one solid direction. And I feel like that's what's happening now with this 8 of Wands, okay? So there's going to be some quick movement when it comes to your financial success or your abundance or whatever it is that is going to bring you comfort and stability in your life, okay? Because there is some kind of recognition that's coming in. You could actually get a phone call, an email. It could be a text. I don't know. Maybe your boss has like maybe y'all work in a company that texts like that, you know? Call me old, but I used to work for companies where there was no such thing as texting. We just called, right? It wasn't really even a such thing as email. But in this most recent job that I had, like, yeah, like texting was like literally a thing. Like you would get a text from like the big boss up and you'd be like, okay, couldn't we have done this in like a more professional manner, like an email? But nowadays texting is professional for some companies. So I don't know. It was kind of a culture shock. But anyways, I feel like there's something here where there could be a quick message that comes in, or a series of messages that comes in that tells you, you know, you're doing great, or we would love for you to be the face of this, or we want to sponsor you, or we want to work with you, or we want to recognize you for this. Some of y'all could be getting an award, or you could be being celebrated here. Is the energy I'm getting. Yeah, this could definitely be from a higher up. The Emperor is an actual person. It's divine masculine. So for divine masculine, this could definitely be talking about you. But actually what I'm getting here with the Emperor is like a corporation or a CEO or somebody in a position of power. I feel like this person is going to reach out to you really quickly and message you. And again, this could come like during a time when you really need it, you know? It's like I was telling Patreon yesterday. It's one thing to be given something when everything's going well in your life. You don't really appreciate it as much. But for somebody to come in and give you something or offer you something or do something for you or bless you when you're really down and out and you need it, like that's when that shit hits hard, okay? So yeah, there is some kind of recognition that is coming in here. And with that tower that I just saw, I mean, this tower in this card is kind of dark and it looks heavy. Or excuse me, this deck. It looks dark and heavy, but the tower in general can just be a shock. It can be a surprise. Okay, there could be a Scorpio that's going to give you recognition, or there's just going to be shocking recognition that comes in, okay? 10 of Wands, I feel like there's something here about releasing some kind of burden as well and allowing this energy to flow, because they're almost giving the energy of like, again, you trying to hold everything together. You just need to drop it and let it kind of happen the way it's supposed to happen, okay? What is this wreath? This sorrow over a loss. What is this talking about for Gemini? We're going to be really quick with the clarifiers because I feel like I kind of already covered it. Temperance. Yeah, you're healing yourself. Sagittarius energy. In Sagittarius season, guys, which is upcoming, you will finally transmute some kind of negative energy, some kind of trauma. You will finally heal from something. I feel like somebody has been going through something for a while, okay? With the Temperance energy though, you are healing, you are learning how to heal yourself so that you can heal others, or you're just learning how to heal yourself and that does heal others, right? Because when we got a bunch of angry, closed off, emotionally deficient assholes running around the planet. They're just doing damage to people. They're not actually out here to be of service or to help people or to brighten any days, you know? Like, you ever ran into somebody who's just like so fucking negative in the store, and you're just like, well, okie dokie. And then it kind of like leaves a negative impact on your day, right? It's like gum on your shoe. You're carrying it along with you. But then you can meet somebody in the store and they're super nice, they're friendly, they're funny, and you're just like, damn, I kind of feel better after meeting that person. That's what I mean when I say that you healing yourself can heal other people. You don't have to come out here and be like an active healer and choose to do things like this, like what I do, right? Or to be a counselor, a psychologist, a motivational speaker. Like, you don't have to choose to do things like that. But just you healing yourself does raise the vibration of the planet. Because when you're in a good mood, you spread positivity, Gemini, okay? So there could be something here about that. I also feel like you're also alchemizing through some kind of pain. There's also a special message for somebody. If somebody has passed on recently, especially Sagittarius energy, doesn't have to be. It could be a masculine, doesn't have to be. I feel like this person is becoming like a spirit guide for you almost on the other side. Like, they're choosing to guide you. They're choosing to help you from the other side, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, okay? I feel like you're giving into your own cup, too. I don't know why they're showing me, like, the Two of Cups card. They're showing me the Two of Cups card, and you know how the people on those cards, like, they have two cups? They're showing me one person put down their cup and walk away. Like, I don't want this cup. I don't want nothing. I'm completely void of all of this, void of all these emotions, right? And so you pick up the cups, and you're like, okay. And you start swishing them back and forth, right? So there's something about that. And I feel like that rounds back to what I was saying about when you're on this spiritual journey, sometimes, Gemini, it is going to be a lonesome thing. You are going to be alone. People are not going to understand you, want to be around you, understand what you are about or who you are, and they won't even take the time to try to understand. They'll make their assumptions, and then they'll be accusatory of you, right? So there's something here where maybe it's just like you've learned to just start giving into yourself and alchemizing that energy, and it's powerful. It's really strong. It's potent energy. You have potent energy, Gemini. Some of you guys are, how do I say this? It's like keepers of death. I don't know. Okay, like, bear with me here. I feel like you save things. You help things. You save things that are on the brink of the end. And maybe it doesn't necessarily make sense to you. And maybe it doesn't make sense to the thing that you're helping, right? It's just that that's your role. That's what you're here to do. So maybe you find yourself, coming across a lot of wounded animals, okay? Maybe you are always the one that finds like animals on the side of the road that are clinging on to life, or maybe you're always having these stray dogs and cats come up to you, or maybe you're the one that's always finding like wings that have fallen out of their nest and broken something, right? Like, you're always this person that's healing something. Or maybe you are always given a lot of plants that are on the brink of death, and you just somehow are able to rehab them and bring them back, right? And then that person's like, damn, like, I pretty much killed that plant and it's thriving with you. Like, you have that kind of energy. You could also be the type of person that works with people who are transitioning out of this life. They're at the end of their life. They're passing. You could be like that angel, that person that's there kind of holding their hand, whispering in their ear, praying over them. You could work in hospice. You could work in a hospital, Gemini. You could work in nursing homes. You could work with cancer patients or something like that. I'm getting that kind of energy. Or maybe this is just in your family you do this kind of stuff. Like, you have been there for a lot of people who have passed over, okay? You might find yourself in positions too with random people, random strangers, where it's just like maybe somebody's about, these are very graphic topics, and I'm sorry guys, I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but there could be something like where you're on your jog going over the bridge and you see somebody pacing back and forth, and you know that look, you understand. You're like, they need to be told that they're worth something, right? So you stop them and you're like, hey, do you have a time for a conversation? You have time for a talk? And like, you literally walk people off the cliff or off the ledge here is what I'm getting. You could have found yourself being in a lot of situations, Gemini, where you're helping somebody, whether they've been in an accident, they've been in a wreck. Maybe you're the type of person who, maybe you're a police officer or something, or you've been in situations where you had to kind of like shield the innocent, help the innocent. There's something about that. And, that's just your role. And I feel like you're starting to like really lean into that and understand that that's a very powerful role. It's very powerful to be somebody who's there for people when they're going through loss, or when they're in their last days, or when they're going through some kind of trauma. Like, you know, like you ever dealt with somebody, okay, it's like almost giving the energy of like an EMT or something like that, right? And you're going through something, like maybe your kid's sick or you're sick or something like that. You ever had somebody like a nurse, an EMT, that's just like cold and like distant, and it's just like, I don't feel like I'm being taken care of, but I don't feel like I'm being taken care of. And then you ever have like an EMT or a nurse who's very loving, very giving, and you just feel like, wow, this person was meant to do this job. Like, I really do feel like I'm safe and I'm comfortable in their hands. It's that kind of energy. Okay, but overall, I do feel like if there's been some kind of significant loss here in your life recently, whether it's personal, whether it's in your family, whether it's of a job, a situation, a pet, whatever, okay? I feel like you are learning to heal that energy. You're balancing yourself out after that loss, Gemini, okay? And it might have been really painful. So take it as it resonates, okay? And again, this could be going on for a long time, or this could have just happened. Take it as it resonates. This hat energy, you will be playing a different role here. What is this talking about for Gemini? Gemini, you'll be playing a different role. What is this talking about? Okay, mum's the word. You know, I almost get this energy here too with this card for some reason of Spirit wanting you to be surprised at what's about to be offered to you. Like, I kind of get this energy of Spirit not really wanting you to know fully, yeah, look, the Magician. Okay, Gemini, about to step into your power here, boo. About to step into your power. Yeah, right? You were once a little caterpillar. Okay, you got put into the cocoon. You thought that was it for you. End of the road, folks. Right? Don't cry for me, Argentina. Like, it's giving that kind of energy. But I feel like you're actually like manifesting into something brilliant, you know? And there could have even been like a whole bunch of little caterpillars around you having a little like, you know, ceremony, being like, oh gosh, Fred was such a good caterpillar. We will miss him. We don't know. We thought he was crazy. He went into the cocoon, and we were like, oh God, Fred, why? You know? And then all of a sudden you break out of that cocoon and you just mystify the fuck out of everybody. And they're like, holy shit, he's actually a butterfly. Like, there was a method to this madness. And maybe you didn't even see that, Gemini. Like, maybe, because I don't know how cognizant the caterpillar is of the changes that are taking place. Like, does it know? I don't know. You know? Like, I think about that with my snake when he sheds his skin. Like, I wonder, I sit there and I'm like, I wonder, does he consciously know that he's shedding a skin, or does he just feel like he's being irritated and he needs to wiggle, he needs to rub up against his like log in his cage, and he needs to kind of just, you know, or is he consciously aware of, yep, it's time for me to shed this skin? I don't think he is. Like, I don't think we are conscious sometimes or cognizant of exactly what's happening. Like, I don't think we're in full awareness sometimes of the changes and the transformations that take a hold of us, Gemini. It's just like sometimes we just go through it, and then in the end result, we're like, oh, I feel better, or I feel different, or I'm a fucking butterfly now. Like, I'm different, you know? So I don't know, Gemini. I feel like you're being called to the forefront here. Maybe you are a performer or an artist, or you create something, or again, you do something like maybe a healing type of energy. But whatever it is, it's like you're being called to the forefront to give your gift, to give your skill, to give your talent, to not hold back, you know? I'm being brought back to the King Arthur type of energy where it's like, you know, maybe he sat there and he was just like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even go up there and try to take the sword out. Everybody else is trying to take the sword out, looking like damn fools around here, you know, yanking and on that until, that just sounds gross. But you know what I'm trying to say, trying to pull that thing out till their faces are red and they're just like, holy shit, I can't do it. I don't want to embarrass myself too, you know? But he steps up to the plate, and it's like magic. It's like, yes, open sesame, okay? So some of you guys are really stepping into this energy of your own power, knowing your own power, living your own power, right? Stepping into your energy of truth here. So I like it, Gemini, basically, okay? There could be something about that. Moving very intuitively here. And I feel like there's something here too where you're not, because, you know, in this deck, you know, y'all know I read very intuitively with these cards. If I use a different tarot deck, then I get different messages sometimes. I go heavily by the illustrations, okay? And don't she look just so angry, so bitter, so sad, So upset, her closed cup, it's like she's looking at it and she's ruminating, right? She's stewing in everything bad that's happened to her. That's not what you're doing, Gemini. I feel like you're letting this water flow, okay? Because we know stagnant water, right? It's not good. It's not healthy. You know, in survival situations, you should never drink from stagnant water. You should always drink from water that's flowing, right? I learned that from the Survivor man, okay? Les Stroud. I don't know if you know him. He's awesome. He's great. I love Les Stroud. Anyways, but yeah, you should never drink from water that's stagnant. You should always drink from water that's flowing, right? So there's something here about your energy and not allowing yourself to go into that bitter space of dwelling and ruminating and being upset. Like you wanna be free. You want to be flowing, right? You want the energetic flowing. You see the truth of a situation anyways. It is what it is. There's no need to sit here. It's like, what are you looking at it for? What are you sitting here processing? You saw what you saw. You heard what you heard, right? What happened, happened. So, okay, let's see it for what it is and move the fuck on. I feel like that's the energy here. And moving from an intuitive space, too. Because your intuition is telling you that things don't act right. Things don't flow right when you're stopped up, right? So there's something here about getting out of your head, getting out of your emo bag, and really recognizing your power, Gemini. Okay, what is this crown? Honor and respect will come to you. What is this crown talking about? Okay, Six of Cups. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gemini. That's literally exactly what I've been talking about with this Six of Cups. Something that is destined for you, right? Something that you have been told of since birth, you know, and something that you've been being prepared for probably your entire life, even since you were a child. You know, some of you have had very traumatic childhoods and probably felt like this just isn't fair, you know? It just isn't fair that I've went through this, that I've suffered, that I've been down, that I've been out. But you're starting to see the power that's happened. You're starting to see that you've been blessed in some kind of way because it has given you this crown or it's made you stronger, okay? I also feel like there's justice coming, like there's good karma that's coming from learning from your past, letting things heal, healing childhood trauma, healing trauma within your lineage, within your blood, okay, your DNA or something like that. I don't know what they're talking about, but they're giving me like DNA or coding or something, like your coding, healing your coding. I don't know. There's something here about your Akashic records or something that you were always meant to go through. But it was like the result, the outcome wasn't certain. Like the path, the journey was set in stone. This is what you will go through. You will suffer loss. You will get that spiritual ass whooping. You will have trauma. You will have regret. You will have letdown. You will have failure. But the outcome isn't written in stone. Like it's not set in stone. It's not that sword in stone. It's up to you. You can either go up to it and you can decide to yank it out, or you can just decide that this is what it is. It's a fucking sword that's always going to be stuck in the stone. Period. That's the story here. So I feel like you've rewritten your story, Gemini, or something like that, okay? With the justice energy, it's like you've weighed the scales on something and you've called justice on something, or you're keeping things in balance here within your life. Some of you guys could have children that are chosen energy, like they are chosen. They are here to do something. They're on a divine mission as well. They are a divine being as well. And you are like their keeper, you know? Almost like their guardian until they grow up and they spread their wings and they fly. So, you know, some of you guys have been through so much trauma and so much pain. You sit there and you go, I don't think I should even really be around kids. I don't think that it's appropriate for me to heal anybody. I can hardly heal myself. But that sensitivity, that openness, that awareness that you bring to the table is critical for whatever child this is. It's critical for them. It's critical that they are raised by a parent that is emotionally open, emotionally available, sensitive, can cry, can be real, can be raw. You know, doesn't have this tough ego act going on of, you know, me Tarzan, you Jane, right? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a strong, like, fiery energy for a parent, but it feels like there's a chosen kid. There's like somebody who's a kid that's chosen that needs to have sensitivity. I don't know, guys. Take it as it resonates, okay? Because Gemini, that's one of the things that I feel like people they misconstrue about Geminian energy is they try to put us in a box. They try to categorize us. They try to label us. Okay, well, you're this, right? And then when we easily jump to another box, to another category, they're like, whoa. So are you tricking me? Are you playing with me? Who are you even? And it's like Gemini energy is this and, right? I am this and I am that. This and that are true. I can do both. I can do all. That is Gemini energy. You are very multifaceted. You are somebody who has a lot of different skills, a lot of different talents, a lot of different personality traits and layers to you. You're like a fucking onion, right? Like you have a lot of layers. Okay? And so there's something here about like a child that needs that kind of influence. They need that. And they also need to see you go through your authentic process. I mean, I do believe in shielding children from some things, like, you know, some things, you know, maintain their innocence, right? Like some things kids don't need to see. They don't need to be a part of that discussion. It's like I said, like the kids table and the adult table. There's that energy for a reason, because at the adult table, we want to drink. We want to be able to smoke. We want to be able to laugh and, you know, tell crude jokes and things like that, right? Things that these kids really shouldn't hear yet. They will have their chance, right? So there's something about that there, guys. I don't know if this reading's making sense. Y'all got to let me know, okay? What is this camel? Persevere and you will overcome your problems. And this is so highlighted here. You may be breaking patterns of quitting. And there could be something here where you've been working on addictions for a long time. And maybe you started with one addiction, like a very obvious addiction, right? Like smoking or drinking. That's obvious. It's obvious I shouldn't drink myself to, you know, my grave, right? It's obvious I shouldn't smoke myself tartar. That's very obvious. But there could be underlying addictions here, you know, addictions to pain, addictions, like codependency type of energy, right? And there could be something here where you are learning that, I don't know, and getting different energies here, like learning when to stick things out. Because there, again, like we talked about, there could have been this energy of walking away from people, places, things your whole life, walking away when it gets tough, walking away when it gets hard, walking away when it gets awkward. But then there's also things within yourself of like learning how to stick it through, right? So take it as it resonates. Some of you are working on quitting certain things, but then also persevering through other things, okay? What is this camel energy? Persevere and you will overcome your problems, Gemini. Some of y'all with this thirsty energy, there's really a need to drink more water. Okay, Pisces energy out here, Aries energy, Sagittarius energy, Leo with the crown for me personally. Pisces, Aries out here with the March card. March forward, Gemini. Continue to march forward. Mach schnell. Okay. We have the Hangman here. Yeah. So there could be something here where maybe you need to drink more water, Gemini, like water. Like you might be like, I drink a lot, Jessica. I drink like, 5 cups a day. Drink 6, drink 7. Add one more cup of water than you're already drinking. In the morning, guzzle some water. In the afternoon, guzzle some water. Before you go to bed, guzzle some water. Have water next to your bed when you're sleeping. Maybe you already do, but I'm just saying, have water next to your bed when you're sleeping. So you wake up, you're thirsty. There's nothing like that 3 a.m. drink, okay? Just like gong, 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 gong. There's something about that, okay? Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. That 3 a.m. drink of water be hitting sometimes, okay? But yeah, I feel like there's something here where it's just like drink more water, keep drinking water, because you're transmuting something or you're integrating something, or in this magical manifestational, if that's a word, process that's happening here. You need more water, okay? So there's something about that. Water is significant. Take a bath, Gemini, not a shower. Take a bath if you're able. If you're not able, go jump in a lake or something. Go jump in a pool. Okay, there's something here about that, like more water. Okay, hydrate yourself. Okay, so with the Hangman, there's a lot of psychic abilities that are coming through, and maybe some of y'all have been just sick and tired of your psychic abilities. Like, damn it, I'm tired of being psychic. Like, I'm tired of knowing everybody's everything and making people uncomfortable around me, and I'm tired of always like feeling drained and picking up the world's fucking energy and knowing what because there's when that's saying that it's ignorance is bliss, there's some truth behind that. There is some truth behind that. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, remember? So it's really hard when you know more than you should know. It's really hard when you can see behind the mask of people. Sometimes it's like, and this is going to be very controversial what I'm about to say, guys. And I implore you to debate or to give your opinions in the comments always, okay? Because what I'm about to say is probably going to be a little controversial, but you're with somebody for 40 years. They cheated on you in the first year of your connection. Is it better to not know about that at all and then just look back on your life like, damn, we had 40 good years together? Or do you really want to know that they cheated on you in the first year of your marriage and it's tainted, and now everything, that last 40 years is tainted? You know, sometimes it's better to not know. and I'm not, you know, I'm not saying that that's okay, and I'm not saying that that would even be the truth for me. Maybe I would want to know, you know? But there's just this energy here of like, sometimes ignorance is bliss. Sometimes when you don't know what's happened, you can go on living your life like everything's good, and you will go on living your life like it's good, because the next 39 years of your marriage, this person didn't cheat on you and they were faithful, but they slipped up. Is it better to know or not know? There's something here with that, and I feel like there could be something here with your psychic abilities or your awareness, or it doesn't even have to be psychic abilities. It could just be your awareness. You see the bullshit in this world. You see the matrix. You see what we're living in, and it's like nobody else gets it. And you're running around and you're shaking people like, wake the fuck up. Don't you get it? Don't you see that you're living in a fucking like simulation? Don't you see you're living in a box? You're a rat. You know, you're a rat in a fucking cage right now. Don't you see that? Nobody sees it. In fact, they're just like, bro, shut the fuck up and smoke. You need to just relax. You know, like, why you thinking so deep? Why you being so deep? Can't you just be normal? So it can be a little bit of a burden here to be so aware, to be so woke, as the kids say, to have such a strong intuition and a strong sense of knowing, to have the blueprints of life, to have the inherent wisdom that Spirit has given you when nobody else fucking gets it. Well, I'm not saying nobody else, because there are people that get it, but probably less than what you would want, right? Like, less people get it than what you would want. Some people are too busy numbing themselves out, drowning themselves out, ignoring the voice, you know, being too practical, being too logical. So those would be the same people that say you're living in la la land, that you're crazy as fuck and you're thinking too much, and, you know, maybe you don't think enough, right? I don't know, but there's something about that persevering through this awakening that you're having. Because, you know, you are going to feel like this fucking crazy ass hangman that's hung upside down while everybody else is seeing the world in one way. You're seeing the world in a completely different way, right? And who knows who's right side up and who's not right side up, right? For you, your reality that you're seeing as the hangman upside down, that's your reality. That's the truth for you. Everybody else who's right side up, that's the truth for them. Sometimes it just doesn't match. So Spirit's saying to persevere through your truth, okay? Make sure that you're meditating, you're reflecting, you're drinking your fucking water. Make sure that I don't know, there's something about that water, Gemini. Make sure that you're journaling. Make sure that you're allowing yourself to dream. You're allowing yourself to dig deep. You're not running from your fear or making stupid decisions based off of your fear, that instead you're leaning into it. If this scares me, this must be something that's questioning my whole fucking mental prison trap concept that I have, and I need to go ahead and break free of this and see, why does this fear me? Why has this triggered me? Why is my ego going nuts right now? You know? Yeah, I have a lot of high priestess energy here on this channel. I have a lot of people who are really deep and see things in a deeper way and have some kind of, again, inherent wisdom that's not given to everybody. So not everybody gonna get it, Gemini. I think I've talked enough. Let's go ahead and do advice and additional messages. What do we have here for Gemini, gang? Just general messages. And then after this, I'm going to cleanse myself and I'm going to get on to my personals that I got going on, because y'all are freaking awesome, I'm telling you. All right, so white turkey, okay? The power to heal the earth is within you. That's my healing card, guys. That's my healer card. You are a healer. You are a healer to yourself and you are a healer to others. And again, we talked about it. That doesn't mean that you are an actual healer. You just, healing yourself heals others. The power to heal the earth is within you. By healing the shit that's going on within you, you are healing the earth. Also, the white turkey, anytime we see the turkey in November, you know I'm already thinking about that turkey, Gemini. Okay, that's that Thanksgiving meal. I'm just saying, I am excited about it. Okay, let's see, guys. I wish I could invite everybody over for Thanksgiving. Like, I wish I could have just one big ass table, you know, with just a feast of just turkeys and mashed potatoes, maybe tofurkeys if you don't get down with the turkey, you know, like just feed everybody and have everybody like just be happy. And I feel like that girl right now from that movie Mean Girls, where she's like, why can't we all just wear rainbow sweaters and hug each other? That's just how I feel right now about you guys. I don't know. Anyways, what do we have here? We have the Blackbird. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's why I love these bird cards, y'all. This is one of my favorite decks. It's like so simple, so simplistic, but it just says exactly what you've been saying. You know, you have not seen the full scope of what you're meant to be, what you're meant to create, how far you'll go. But this is unfolding now. Your untapped potential is unfolding right now, Gemini, okay? That's gonna be way too many. Okay. We have the, oh, it's two. I'll take two. We have the Finch. New opportunities and choices are opening up to you now, so claim them. Okay, and then we have the Flicker. New rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. So new, it's all about that new, right? New opportunities, new choices, new rhythms, new routines, new you, okay? And you are being encouraged to trust and adapt. You're not being encouraged to cling on to old fear mindsets and to who you used to be, how things used to work. You're being encouraged right now to open up and to trust. Ooh, it almost fell. Oh man, they told me it was gross. I think they said, that's how you said it, gross. Okay, y'all, anyways, whatever, I have issues. It says, embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. And there's something about this bird where it's just like the chest is really highlighted. Like be proud of who you are, Gemini. Be proud of yourself. Be proud that, you know, you're different, right? That you're different. That you're this hangman that's upside down looking at the world a lot differently than people around you. Be proud of that. There is much to be proud of there. Blackbirds could really be significant. We have the Raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities right now, Gemini. And one more, I think. One time for the one time. Okay. What do we have here? We have the Duck, right? Yeah, to float away. Okay. Find comfort and balance in the simple ways. You have support all around you, so there's no need to stress. And there's something here about enjoying, again, the simple things. Enjoying a nice cup of tea, enjoying a nice walk, enjoying a nice bath. You know? It's like, take time for you. Don't put your self-care on the back burner, Gemini, okay? It would not do you justice. All right, guys, that has been your reading. I do hope that it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.